Joe here from Argus Fire Protection. Today we're going to be testing our sprinkler system. We've just entered the valve room. The first thing we're going to do is open the DBA. DBA stands for Direct Brigade Alarm. Once we've opened the DBA, we're going to put the system into test and then we're going to isolate the valves. Once we have done this, again, we are checking that our normal LED light on the SGD is flashing to confirm that we're in the appropriate test mode to send to the monitoring company the test fire signal. As this system is a Type X system, we will also be sending a test defect. From here, we must check our installation pressure. This is done from the two gauges, the installation gauge and the DBA gauge. We will record the pressures from the installation gauge and confirm that both gauges are reading correctly. Here we will check our supply pressure, or known as the town's mains. This is normally from the point of where the supply pressure enters into the building. We then check the town's mains supply pressure. From here we will then come to our block plan. These are all the reference pressures that we refer to during our testing process. We now once again confirm that our system is in test. If our pumps are connected to the system, we must disconnect before we test. Just one moment while I disconnect the pumps. We will now unpadlock. We will now turn the wheel of the monitored valve and ensure a signal is sent to the DBA. Once we have checked and confirmed the monitored valve is signalling the DBA, we will then move on to check our pressures within the system. The most common way and the easiest way to check that our pressures are correct is through what we call the quick test gauge, which is located here and is off a little pressure switch running from the DBA. Once we have confirmed that our fire pressure and our defect pressure are set correctly, we are now ready to test the gong. The gong is located normally just here, and it is just as simply as turning and opening it. They make a sound out on the road and they are useful for the fire service. Using the gong at the end of a test is important, as it also can help relieve any combined mains pressure built up in the manifold as this, and stop an alarm valve possibly leaking after the test. We have now brought the system into the fire pressure mode. We are now ready to check the evacuation.
Evacuate the building using the nearest fire exit.
Now that we have confirmed that the evacuation is audible from the control panel, we are ready to reset the system back to normal. There is a green flashing light that confirms that the door is closed correctly and that the door switch is engaged. Now we've completed our testing on the typical sprinkler system. Thank you very much for watching.